Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel. Cat Star here with your monthly love reading for June 2022. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Now, I do want to say that in the Aquarius June general reading, I did forget to do the dice at the end, so I apologize for that. Jumping cards, of course, always. So I do apologize for that. But we are getting it here. So we're going to do this just a little bit different. We did just have a very vocal thunder rainstorm. That was gorgeous, beautiful, bright sunlight everywhere with a lot of pouring down rain, a lot of very loud thunder, lightning, all of it gorgeous. So I do have the window open. It has just passed. But if you hear like the birds, I love these kinds of storms because it does remind us that, sometimes a little bit of rain or a little bit of storming just actually clears out the cobwebs, makes everything bright, shiny, new. And, the birds are chirping. It's gorgeous outside. And I'm always here for that kind of stuff. I love those kind of storms where the sun is out and it's just storming. It just seems surreal in a sense. So I digress. All right, let's go ahead and see. We're getting 3 cards here now. Over to the side, I have just a whole bunch of decks, which I'm just going to figure out kind of which one feels like it needs to be used. Some of them are my own, some of them are the love decks, that sort of thing. So we're gonna fill this out for June for you here, Aquarius. So you have the Queen of Swords coming out. So right here, you are the Queen of Swords, Aquarius. So that Queen of Swords in your energy is that you are coming into June with a lot of honesty, really being open with communication, really being open with emotions, with feelings, how you are feeling within relationship, whether it is platonic relationship with friends, family, that sort of thing, or romantic relationship. You are really coming into it with a whole heck of a lot of honesty. So that is looking really good for June. Now you also have the Page of Wands coming in here within the 3. So the Page of Wands, Aquarius, is really all about having this curiosity within love. So whether this is you, your special person, somebody that you're looking for, you are looking for somebody to really kind of pique your curiosity, open up the channels, have some playful energy, and or to have somebody that is going to really be adventurous with you, looking out for new things, new adventures, new fun ideas that you guys can do together, or you guys can really kind of create memories with or through. Now, you also have the Knight of Swords coming in here. So isn't that very interesting that you have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords? Now, there's a little bit of impulsive energy coming through, Aquarius, whether this is yours or theirs. There's some impulsive energy with that curiosity. It's like you guys are having an idea, or you're having an idea, Aquarius, and you are being very impulsive and just jumping, doing, instead of thinking about it a whole lot, which can be very beneficial. Sometimes the funnest, most adventurous, spontaneous adventures are when there's that spontaneous streak, that impulsivity to really jump and just do. Now you also have this kind of element of being kind of in the mind with the swords energy here, but it's also mixed with that wands energy, which is passion. So very thought out, although sometimes impulsive, sometimes a little bit spontaneous, but very thought out within a balance, or within this curious adventure kind of energy in love that you're having for June. Let's go ahead and see. Let's check in here. Let's see, Aquarius, what are your thoughts about love or about relationship during the month of June? What are you thinking? What kind of words are you wondering? I left you before you could leave me. So this may be an impulsive kind of ending as well for some of you, Aquarius. So take that into account. Now, what are their thoughts? This could be somebody who's coming in, somebody who you are in relationship with, or somebody who is leaving. We're going to see how that kind of plays out here for you. Ooh, within theirs. Theirs is, I can't stop thinking about you. So Aquarius, you have this very, very curious energy that is surrounding this honest energy, right? You're very honest. You're coming in here with this honesty that you left before they could leave you. They're on the side of where they can't stop thinking about you. And then you have this curious kind of adventure energy. You have this impulsive energy, Aquarius. So the impulsiveness is coming through with, right, the impulsiveness, doing things before thinking, some of it, or having that spontaneous streak. But with you on your side, with this honesty and with this, I left you before you could leave me, this is coming through. That's for some of you Aquarians that are in this place where you left somebody. It's coming through as leave or reject before you're rejected is what's coming through here, Aquarius. And you know what's coming through with that is that there was a little bit of an impulsive nature by you, this fear or this worry about kind of where things might go, whether it was positive or negative, Aquarius. The positive side being that fear of actually succeeding within the relationship. The negative side is that fear of failure within a relationship. That's very, very interesting energy coming in for June here, Aquarius. Let's see what else needs to come through. Showing some skin and no strings attached, just having fun. So Aquarius, this very much is going into, they are still very much thinking about you, but you potentially were ready to just have some fun, to not be kind of tied down for June, and that is okay. Sometimes we feel like we need to really be spontaneous, really have that impulsive streak. Now, however that works for you, right? But being honest about it and just being like, hey, you know what? I'm ready just to be single, if not just for a little bit, right? See what's going on, kind of do the things, see the world, that kind of stuff. I'm ready just to have some fun with no strings attached, nobody wondering or worrying about where I'm at. Although, you know, we do want to let people know if we're traveling or doing stuff, kind of where we're at, just in case, right? But really, this no strings attached, I'm just really wanting to have some fun. I want to, you know, maybe show some skin or have some nightlife or have some time by the beach, really, however that resonates with you here, Aquarius. But some of you really, really have just made the decision, whether impulsive or not, and you potentially have been very honest about it, as that is how you came in here with this energy at the very beginning of the reading with that Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, not male or female specific. It's just coming through as that energy. And you left them before they could leave you. So there was a potential that you were feeling a bit of rejection and or rejecting them before they rejected you. But there's also that curious, impulsive energy coming through here, Aquarius, that really is coming through as you wanted to have a fun time. You wanted to not have any strings attached. You potentially wanted to be out there showing some skin or being kind of almost in some playful situations with maybe potentially a few different people, maybe checking out the nightlife, maybe being very spontaneous, something that potentially you didn't feel like you were able to do within a relationship. Now, if you're single, Aquarius, then this is coming through that you are very curious during this time. You're being very honest about it. You're very open about it. You're not, you know, trying to be secretive or trying to start committed relationships, any of that. You're really just in this place where you are just wanting to have fun, show some skin, be spontaneous, really let your curiosity fly with no strings attached. And that is okay, right? That is okay. That may go through the summer, right? If you've watched the All Signs summer reading, singles summer love reading, I don't remember specifically what Aquarius came out as, but there was a lot of information in that one that could go with this or be as a standalone for the summer love. But there is somebody on the other side here that can't stop thinking about you, whether this is somebody you were in relationship with or somebody that has just had an interest in you. There is somebody who cannot stop thinking about you. So that is that is very interesting. Let's go ahead and see. Whoa. What these ones have to add for you for June. Love, Aquarius. Let's see. You have chemistry. So you've got some chemistry coming up. I guess I could show that. These ones are harder to see. But you have some chemistry, some strong attraction. Now you, Aquarius, it's coming through that there's a potential that you either... Whoa. Jumping cards. Yeah. That you either... Okay, yeah. That you either are going to meet somebody that there's some strong chemistry, or that this can be a friendship in June that is developing, that does bring about this connection where you feel very connected to the person. There is that chemistry. So even though you're out there with no strings attached, for some of you wanting to just have fun, maybe showing some skin, there is somebody that's potentially going to come in that you have a deep chemistry with. That could be a friend, as I said, or it could be in the form of some form of relationship. That doesn't mean that this needs to be an ongoing relationship. You know what you're looking for here, Aquarius, but it can be. Also, you have a reconciliation that's potentially coming in for you. So this person that can't stop thinking about you, they may just be coming back into the picture. Now you also have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So however that comes through, for some people, getting back out there and actually having this no strings attached kind of fun, this curious spontaneity and stuff, is part of their healing process. I said for some, Aquarius, know if that resonates for you or not. And for others, it's really just kind of stepping back, right? Being honest with yourself and, you know, really looking at all of the details. Also getting back out there in a way that feels good to you. For those of you that resonates with also, but somebody is forgiving and learning. This gets coming through as you, Aquarius, that you are forgiving and learning, forgiving yourself. For some of you, for staying in relationships that really didn't work, or where you felt like you needed to leave. For others, there was just kind of a stagnant energy potentially that maybe you did not really want to keep going down the path of. And then for others still, there is that that forgiveness within a potential relationship, learning to work together in kind of more of a synchronistic style, a synchronistic way, learning more about each other, being curious, right? Curious is what continues to come through within this, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and check with these ones here and see what. So here again, is the relationship going anywhere? So Aquarius, this has very kind of open-ended information coming through for June, and it still is within this curious kind of energy, really asking and questioning whether you're in a relationship that feels like it's going anywhere, whether you feel like you're in a relationship that maybe has become a bit stagnant, whether you are wondering and wanting to, you know, be out of that relationship if you are currently in one, whether you're, you know, choosing to leave before they could leave you. There's so much energy, so many dynamics going on for the month of June, Aquarius. And of course, this reading is a general reading, so it is speaking more to kind of the general Aquarius collective. You also have seduction, addiction, and heartbroken. Do you see how this reading is playing out, Aquarius? You have two sides of a very, very kind of almost specific coin, where there is a potential for that leaving, there's a potential for that reconciliation, there's the question of whether the relationship is going anywhere. You have seduction, this attraction, this spontaneity, this curiosity. So some of you, with showing that skin, that having fun, no strings attached, are very much going to be either seduced or a seducer during the month of June, which is very, very interesting. Some of you are going to feel an addiction to somebody within that as well. That seduction for some of you is actually going to turn into more of addiction, almost obsession energy, and or vice versa. They may feel that with you, Aquarius, but there is that as well. So that is kind of going with that no strings attached energy. But then some of you again with this forgiveness and leaving and leaving before, and there's a relationship going anywhere, is kind of this heartbroken energy coming through. So for some of you, you may actually be in this place where you have to make a decision whether there is that chemistry still, whether a reconciliation, somebody else is coming back into the picture. But some of you are feeling very much heartbroken at this potential that you are leaving them before they can leave you. For some of you, you have been feeling as if they are already on their way out the door, and it's just easier if you end the relationship maybe on more kind of neutral terms before there's a potential that they may leave it in kind of almost shambles. So Aquarius, this is a very big month for you coming in here. Let's go ahead and let's see what these ones might want to add. We'll just get one or two and see before we get into the dice here what more information. Jumping cards. You have two cards that fell down here. You have giving and receiving, and can we talk? So Aquarius, again, with that reconciliation, I can't stop thinking about you. Somebody is going to be coming back to have a conversation. You do have several people coming within this reading, Aquarius, because you have that I can't stop thinking about you, the reconciliation, the chemistry, the curiosity, spontaneity, but you also have that, is this relationship going anywhere, the heartbroken, and the forgiving and learning. So somebody is coming back to talk. Somebody is either coming back to talk, or somebody that there was a miscommunication with is going to be coming to talk to you, Aquarius. But you're also really looking at giving and receiving. Are you giving too much, Aquarius? Is that where you're wondering if this relationship is going anywhere, where you chose to leave before they could leave you? Are you receiving what you need back in return? Are they receiving? Are you giving to them? How is that kind of working out? Be curious about it, Aquarius. And if you're feeling like, if you're in a relationship or you're starting a new relationship, if you're feeling like it's very lopsided, one-sided, get a little bit curious and have that open communication. Be honest. Remember, that's where this whole thing started, was with your energy, the Queen of Swords. And that honesty, that open communication, really being open about kind of what's going on. For some of you, this whole I left you before you could leave me was really kind of a defense mechanism for you. But for others, it's because you just felt that they were already leaving. Now there is that person that can't stop thinking about you, this reconciliation, this chemistry, this seduction, right? Deep, kind of almost really, it's like this fire is burning hot, Aquarius, for some of you during the month of June. For others of you, it feels like there is somebody who's wanting to come back, and or there's a question, a curiosity about whether this relationship could or should continue to move on, or whether you are just really interested in going out and just having no strings attached fun and really being curious, spontaneous, and doing your own thing. All right. We're going to go ahead and get one of these to kind of close a reading before the dice. See what comes out here to give just a tad bit more information. What needs to come out? This one is the one that wanted to. And this one says, receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is the way to show love. So accepting whatever resonates with you or for you within the month of June, within this reading, Aquarius. Also being open to honesty, being open to kind of really having communication, receiving it all with love, however that works out, whether this is heartbreak, whether this is that seduction, right? Being open to it and being open to how you're feeling and what you're thinking. Also open to what this other person, right, is kind of thinking and potentially wanting, listening, and being open for the giving and receiving. Let's go ahead and see Now, what's in this is the dice. And we're just going to go ahead and see what comes out for you for June, Aquarius. Isn't that so interesting? So you have an X, and look at that. You have the number 22. Of course, 22. I do believe I can link the readings that we've done for Aquarius and the number 22, all the similarities, how that all works. But at the end of the reading, but you have the X. So somebody with an X potentially. Let's see. Let's get, I have these right here. Let's get a couple more here. And they're all the word tiles. So the X is the one. So the potential is X marks the spot, Aquarius. Some of you might have initials, or they may have initials with an X in it. But what's coming through here is X marks the spot. Whatever side of this reading, Aquarius, that you are on, whatever resonates for you, right? Because it's readings are basically inclusive. Sometimes they are like spot on for almost one person, a little bit more specific. And then a lot of times they're very general, which all of my readings are general in nature. They aren't very, they're not intended to be specific readings for one specific person. They're for the collective of Aquarius, or the lucky stars, or the signs, or timeless, however that works out, right? So X marks the spot. Whatever part of this reading resonates with you and for you, it is for you. The stuff that doesn't, just leave. Let that go. Don't hold on to it, okay? The number 22 is going to be potentially the 22nd of the month, potentially somebody with a number 22 jersey, or there'll be a number 22 somewhere. Something like that is going to be kind of pretty specific, and or pretty it's going to be a sign for you during the month of June, which 22 is always a sign. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, but it's always an experience, and there's always learning with it. Sometimes it is freaking amazing when that 22 shows up. Sometimes it's heartbreaking. So it is really something that you get to see where that lies for you. Now, you do have a lot of words here. You have a and he. So he, all for. So you have all for it. All for it. I'm trying to show you these and get them in the camera. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So somebody is all for it. Love, no strings attached, just for fun. Be our power. So you have be our power. You have look, he's all for it. Look, he's all for it. A powerful look. There's so many. So the words that you have here are a power look. Hopefully you can see those. A power look. Be our all. Be our all. And he for it. So, you can look through a powerful look, all for it. Be our he, our all. Anyway, you can figure out how those may resonate for you. Like, we've got a few different things. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. It does let you know when I do upload new readings, and it does help the community, the Lucky Stars community, to grow. It supports the community as well. Also, there are the links down in the description box, just down below there. There's a donation link if you felt that you really resonated with this reading and you would like to support me and the channel to continue to do these types of readings. You can donate down in the link down below. There's also links to many or most of the cards that I use on the channel. So if you have been wanting to get your own tarot deck, oracle deck, what have you, you can check down there and order some. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.